Hey guys, I just wanted to do a recap of my 1981 New York Mets replay using Inside Pitch. Finally completed the season. Just want to talk about that. But before that, I just want to give you a review of kind of the game if you're interested in purchasing it. So you can basically go to insightsportsgames.org, and that's where you'll find the game. This company also comes with other sports games. They have a hockey game, a football game, and a basketball game. So it's worth checking it out. Now, when it comes to these dice sports games, they can be really expensive. Not only you have to buy the game parts, but you have to buy whatever season you want. So some games can cost up to $100 depending on what you're buying. I think Inside Pitch is more cost effective compared to other games, just in my opinion, because there are three different options when you purchase a season. Now, you can buy the PDF, which is going to probably cost you the newer season is like $18. Or if you want it to be mailed to you, they have the color cards, which these are the color cards look like. That's going to cost about $74, and the black and white is about $61 if you don't care about color. um, of course, the PDF. I mean, if you do purchase the PDF, you're going to have to print it out yourself. And if you have a good printer, or if you send it to like Staples to get printed, it's going to cost you money anyway. For me, I decided to get it mailed to me, just to have it, just to do it that way instead of worrying about getting it printed and whatever. So this is what the cards kind of look like. This is an example. This is the Mets Shea Stadium. This is their the stadium card. This is like what the actual like pitching card looks like. So like the newer seasons are more expensive. So like the 2019 season, to get it in color, mailed to you is $74. Black and white $61, and PDF is $18. I got like the older seasons are a little bit cheaper. So I got the 81 season, and the color version costs about $61. The black and white's $51, and the PDF is $16. Game parts are about $15 if you want it mailed to you, or the PDF is about $7. So you'll get the charts and everything. What's cool about the game, unlike like games like extra players, so if you want to do like a replay, a straight replay of a season, and you need like extra players, those players that maybe played one or two games. The extra players are free, so you can get the PDF and download it to yourself, which I did. This is just an example with the PDF. If you print it yourself, this is what the PDF card looks like, and it's exactly like looks exactly like what the actual printed cards look like if you get it like mailed to you. The only thing is like mine it's a little bit smaller than the actual cards that are mailed to you, but it's I mean, it's worth it if you again if you have like a good printer, get the PDF. That'll save you a lot of money. The cards themselves, I mean, Payoff Pitch, we all know has the best cards in this hobby or whatever. This is like very like this is like index card uh, feel to it. So you got to be really careful with these cards. Uh, so yeah. Again, and then if you like, I always say like if you're thinking about the game, but really do not want to like spend so much money, you can buy. I think they have like game parts, which is like $25, where they'll send you, I think, like the World Series teams on their website. It's like the 2008 World Series team. So I don't know if that hasn't been updated. Maybe they'll send you the current World Series teams, so you can test out the game, or you can the extra players are free. You can print out a couple of those and form your own team and just use that. What you really need for the game is the dice. You need two d6 and one d20, and that's all you really need to play the game. And you can also download the rule book for free. This is the rule book right there. It tells you how to play the game. Thoughts on the game? So basically, this is not a chart-driven game like some other sports games like APBA, History Maker Baseball. What's cool about this game, and which I like about it, is that the results most of the batter results are found on either the pitcher's card or the batter's card. This is an example of, since I have the Mets out here, this is the pitcher's card right there, and you see like the results are right there, and this is Doug Flynn. There's a batter's card right there, and you see the results are right there. So you don't have to like check the results once you like have to check a notebook or something or a chart to find out how the results of the game or anything like that. Which just kind of makes the game kind of go quick because the results are right there. The only charts you're going to need, so you get this chart right here. Basically, it's your stealing, hit and run, bunting. Talks about ground outs, fly outs. Then there's like range checks, error checks on the side. You also have your rear play charts. That's right here. Base is empty. And then we also have when men are on base. It also comes with this chart here too. If you want to keep track of the innings, which I didn't use that. So that's and then also the runner advancements. I don't they didn't come with any game like score sheets. So you have to buy the score sheets on your own. Actually, I'm sorry. You don't have to buy the score sheets. You have to use your own score sheets. So if you want to I use Replay Baseball score sheets, which are like free on their website. So I just printed a couple of them. So the game doesn't come up with any score sheets. So you just have to use your own or from a different game, which is not that. I mean, there's so many like score sheets online. Whatever one you prefer to use. I like the one from Replay Baseball, just because at the end, at the bottom, you could write the fielders like ratings and everything, because you're gonna have to check a lot about it. This is another thing, runner advancement and all that stuff. That's a chart. So positive of the game, what part of the game I do like is the ability that you can check the card for the results. It's not like you have to search for the results on like all these like charts and everything. So that's a positive. I like the ability where you can the extra players are free, so you don't have to do an additional purchase to buy the extra players. So you can have a full like replay season, that which is good. Also, a cool thing is that mostly some of the batters come with some of the pitchers come with their own hitting card. Here's the pitcher. This is so basically if a pitcher was had multiple bats in a season, they'll have their own batting card. I know sometimes like other games they'll just have a standard like pitching card, like 1, 2, or 3, and you have to each pitcher's kind of assigned to a number or something like that. So this is the pitch. This is Pete Falcone. So this is his. Okay, this is his. Right here is his batting card that you see right here, and here is his pitching card. Now, if a pitcher doesn't have a batting card, each team has their own like pitching card right there that you use for batting. Also, each team comes with their own ballpark right there. So that I like that. Some negative things about the game. If you are there's no quick results or anything like that in the game. So if you're going to be doing a replay, you might want to purchase something like a ultra quick baseball game or something that you can play out the other games. I recently purchased Fast Score Baseball from Replay Baseball, and this basically is an option that you can do a quick with one roll of the dice. You get the outcome of a game, and that can kind of go hand in hand if you're doing a replay. Also, I find this game is a very when it comes to like range checks and error checks, and runner advancement is really can be kind of confusing in this game, because I'll just show you the chart right there. It depends on where the ball's hit. You have to add a number to the base runner's base running ability and all that. Subtract a number. It depends on where the ball's hit. So that's I always have to have this chart open, because throughout the it's just harder to memorize. So that's a negative. There's no like ballpark results. A ballpark for some I think like weather and stuff, weather effects, which I don't think this game came with any. I don't know. I know certain games like Stratomatic. I mean, for extra realism of a game, you can have like ballpark effects, weather effects, and stuff like that. I know History Maker Baseball is really big on that. Before the game, there's a bunch of like stuff you have to roll in order to find like the mood of the game, the weather and all that stuff. Uh, Another thing that you have strategy rolls is another big thing in this game. I wasn't a big fan of. I think the rules are after each bat you have to roll a d20 for the strategy rolls, and then it depends on like you have to add a couple of things up in order to see if somebody can steal or not. And so I found that was kind of like I didn't really like that part of the game. I wish there was a better like way of like stealing, but that was my opinion. But yeah, so now let's talk about the actual replay. Now, is this a realistic game? Did it, And I have to say that I would say it was definitely a realistic game because some of the stats were kind of like what happened in real life when I compared to it. All right, so I made this notebook right here. It has like my results. I spent like the weekend like typing up like these like spreadsheets because I don't have a life, but like and I have all like my score sheets in there. Just to do a recap, I think I'll make another video of actually showing the book more. But okay, so the results. Is this an accurate game? When I'm talking about accurate game, meaning like let's say if you're playing like you're doing a replay of a really bad team, and then you do like they were really bad in real life, and then you do the replay and they're like in first place. It's like, well, I mean, it doesn't really make any that there's something's not going right. Or if you have a player that only hit one home run, but then when you did the replay, he had like 30 home runs. So yeah, so that wouldn't be like accurate, I don't think. All right, so the overall record in real life, the Mets were 41 wins and 62 losses. Now again, the 81 season was a strike year. So in June, there was like the season was put on hold for about 2 months. So it wasn't a full 162 games. So yeah, so that's maybe one reason why I was able to finish this replay. But so it was about 105 games for the Mets. All right, so the real life they were 41 and 62, 41 wins, 62 losses. For me, I finished the replay with 50 wins and 55 losses. So I was about 9 games better than what happened in real life. Home record, I was really for some reason I was bad at home. I don't know why, but like I could never win at home. I had 19 wins and 33 losses. In real life, they were 24 and 27. Away, I was better away. I don't know. I guess the roll of the dice. I don't know. I had 31 wins and 22 losses, and in real life, 17. In real life, they had 17 wins and 35 losses. Of course, they were better in real life. They were better at home, like most teams. I don't know why I was good on being away. I don't know. So breaking down the month. So April, I was 9 and 6. In real life, they were 4 and 10. In May, I was 14 and 14. In real life, they were 11 and 17. In June, I was 4 and 5. In real life, they were 2 and 7. August was my worst month. I had 6 wins and 15 losses. And in real life, they were 11 and 10. September, 14 and 14. And in real life, they were 12 and 16. And then in October, 3 and 1. And in real life, they were 1 and 2. The first half, I had 27 wins and 25 losses. In real life, they were 17 and 34. So I had about 10 more wins. And that's when I started questioning, how accurate this game was going to be. I was kind of like, oh, wow, I'm doing pretty good. I'm probably going to play really good. And I make the playoffs, change the history of the 81 season. Well, then the second half came and completely fell apart. Early on, it was just really bad, losing games. It's towards the end I made a kind of a comeback, but the second half I was 23 wins, 30 losses, and in real life they were 24 and 28. So that was kind of close. The second half was kind of close to what happened in real life. Extra innings, I played a lot of extra innings. I was 6 wins and 7 losses, and in real life they were 6-1 in extra innings. So yeah, schedule wise, I basically just followed what happened in the '81 season. I went to BaseballReference.com. I copied the batting orders from both teams. Used that with pitchers. I made the game play out. So, like for example, if a pitcher only pitched like 2 innings and was taken out, I didn't do that. I just had to see how the game flowed. So I'm playing National League. So I try to keep the starting pitchers in at least 6 to 7 innings, just because it gets confusing on the score sheet if you have so many like pinch hitters and all that. So I try to keep the starting pitcher in at least 6 to 7 innings. So I just followed that. I also wrote down like who was like pinch hitting, so I could kind of try to keep accurate of who was coming in the game to pinch hit. I kept stats here, so again, like all the stats. I'll make a separate video of this book just to show in case anyone's interested. So basically, home runs. Like this team was really bad at home runs, just like in real life. So I didn't really hit that many home runs. Dave Kingman led my team with home runs with 19, but some of the stats are really like close to what happened in real life. Just this example, just using Dave Kingman as an example. So like basically he had in my replay 19 home runs and 53 RBIs. In real life, 22 home runs and 59 RBIs. Like some of the stuff is really like Lee Mazzilli, my favorite player. I was like, I really wanted him to. I heard in '81 was a really bad season for him, and it was really true. So like in my replay, he played 92 games, and he had 79 hits, 15 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 36 RBIs. Now in real life, he played 95 games. He had 74 hits, so basically close, and he had 6 home runs and 34 RBIs. So it was really close. Some of these are really close. And then pitching wise, so like for pitching, for example, Zachary, he was in my replay, he had 6 wins and 13 losses. In real life, he had 7 wins and 14 losses. So it was really close. It was really scary how some of these numbers were like really close. So like yeah, I mean it was really really interested when I was doing the numbers and I was comparing like what happened in real life. But yeah, so that I was like really shocked about. But so this season has come to an end. I started this in May of last year, and in a good week, I was able to do 3 games, like Monday, Thursday, and Saturday night. I would play a game. And different things in your life. You have other things you got to do, other responsibilities. So I couldn't really play every single day. If I could have, I probably would have finished the season a little bit earlier than it wouldn't take me so long. Yeah, but it took me to that was pretty much the only baseball game I would play. I mean, I have History Maker Baseball, Stratomatic, Payoff Pitch. So that I put all those games on hold and just played this game, and I enjoyed it. And now I'm looking forward to my next replay, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. Do I want to get a new game? I'm looking at Replay Baseball a lot. That was a game I was thinking about getting last year, but I decided to go with Inside Pitch. And nowadays, I think a lot of people are playing Fall Classic. I think that's been on a lot of channels lately, and they have a lot of seasons too. But something about Replay Baseball, I think that's kind of different because I know that's a chart-driven game. It's going to be definitely different from this Inside Pitch. So I'm kind of looking at that. They have a couple of seasons. Definitely, I'm a Met fan, so I'm going to definitely do a Met season. See what's available. But yeah, it was a nice replay. If you're interested, if you're like thinking about doing a replay, it's a lot. It's a dedication because it's something you have to stick with, for a very long time, and it was, it was fun. Thanks for watching.